In a Fox 23 exclusive, a local woman just became a published author. At the same time, she was diagnosed with a rare blood cancer.
Yeah, Jarnigan-Riem on the left tells me she left her career as a teacher and running coach with Glenpool Public Schools to pursue her dream of writing a series of books with her friend, not knowing it would coincide with a health nightmare. This shiny new book, The Festival of the Pines, The Adventures of Twilla and Rye, is written by first-time authors Jennifer Jarnigan-Riem and Marie Stevens. Jennifer tells me it's something she thought about for years during her teaching career with Glenpool Public Schools.
This dream was just growing and building, and I wanted to do something with it, but I was too scared.
Her co-author gave her the nudge she needed to go for it.
Within a week, I turned in my resignation and I said, all right, let's figure out what we're gonna do.
While the two came up with the storyline, Jennifer's teenage daughter, Jenna, drew the main characters, two tree sprites, Twilla and Rye.
Once we saw Twilla and Rye come to life, the stories just began to flow.
The story, the first of 10 planned in a national park series, takes place at Sequoia National Park and features pictures from their own family vacation there for the cover and in scenes throughout the book.
We're passionate about national parks. We're passionate about the outdoors and experiences and adventure. Adventure is everywhere. Chemo is a bit of an adventure. It's just a different kind of adventure. My first stint in the hospital, I hit publish on our book. And that was such a big moment. And I'm sitting in this room and I'm looking around and I'm hooked up to all of these things. And my dream just came true. But I was in a hospital room all alone. And that really sucked. Sorry.
It's okay. That's what we're talking about. Like, your dream is coming true while your worst nightmare for your health is like hitting you at the same time. It was
so weird.
Jennifer has now been diagnosed with a rare blood cancer called Poems syndrome, facing one of life's greatest challenges while achieving one of her dreams.
The second round in the hospital was probably the toughest round. And while I'm in the hospital, our book becomes live on Amazon. So from another hospital bed, I get on my phone and I order the first book. I order my book. Happy tears, like emotional tears. Thankfully this time, I think I had my entire family in the room with me, and it was cool to hit, buy now, and it was a great moment.
The book arrived 2 days later during her first chemo treatment.
We read it in that hospital bed. And I thought, man, life is crazy.
Crazy indeed. Jennifer is a strong, healthy, lifelong athlete, competing in various events, even the grueling Ironman triathlon in Tulsa. Here she is with her arm around her daughter and later her son, exhausted from 16 hours straight of swimming, biking, and running. Now here she is with me, not able to run and barely able to keep her balance just to walk by her backyard pool in Bixby.
I watch my feet often when I walk, because if I look up, my equilibrium is very off. One doesn't often concentrate on just putting one foot in front of the other.
Right.
But that is literally what I have to do these days.
Jennifer's cancer, Poems syndrome, damages your nerves and affects other parts of your body. She tells me back in January she went for a run and knew something wasn't right.
It went from my feet feeling heavy to some numbness in my legs, and it wasn't just numbness in one place, it was symmetrical. And I know injuries don't often happen in a symmetrical pattern. So at that point, I knew something's off and I probably need to make a phone call to my doctor.
That started a series of appointments and tests with doctors and specialists here in Oklahoma and most recently at the Mayo Clinic.
This is very much in my bloodstream. It has caused multiple lesions to grow on my bones, which is why we're going to have to spend about 6 to 8 weeks in Rochester at the Mayo Clinic for a complete stem cell transplant. your entire immune system is obliterated. Every vaccination you ever received is gone. You have essentially no immune system. So you have to be exceptionally careful.
When Jennifer leaves her home in Oklahoma and heads back up to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, she and her husband will take this camper and stay at an RV park for about 6 weeks during treatment. That way she won't be around other people in a public place, but will also enjoy the peace of the natural surroundings.
Just like her book's characters, Twilla and Rye, who face a challenge and get help from their community to achieve their goal, she's finding strength in all the support she's getting from her family and friends, including encouragement from one of her former student athletes.
He said, "Coach Jay, you always told us 4 things. Inspire others, give 100%, leave a legacy, and be a warrior." He said, "Now you're getting to show us, Coach. Now you're getting to show us what that looks like."
And she is, with plans to conquer this cancer and publish even more books.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you are an athlete too. You work out all the time. And so when you see someone as strong as she is, and then have the challenges with this blood cancer that's attacking all of her nerves, barely being able to walk, that it's difficult to see.
And I can honestly say, as somebody who has worked out my entire life, I can't imagine how frustrating that would be to not be able to do the things you used to. But her outlook and positivity is absolutely incredible.
And that's what's also helping in the cancer fight, having that positive outlook. We do want to let you know the book is discounted on Amazon throughout the weekend. They're also already working on their second book that will take place in Arches National Park in Utah. We have more details in this story on Fox23.com.